Yo, 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 OH10 Terp Tech, your boy Chuck, back in the building. I did not make a whack video this morning, only to have to replace it with a better one. I already went and got my cold brew. Already had a chance to quiet my mind. I meditated a little bit this morning. Had a good day yesterday. Vape Church was yesterday. Real good conversation on Vape Church. Shout out to everybody who was involved with Vape Church yesterday. And big shout out to Troy for doing Vape Church every Sunday. I am new to YouTube. Well, as far as the use of YouTube. So I didn't realize that Troy was hosting these things every Sunday, and without him there's no Vape Church. So I thought it was just, you know, a bunch of people come together. I did not know that. So thank you, Troy. Greatly appreciated, sir. I did say something on Vape Church yesterday. I said I did not identify with my mind. And I don't really remember the question that was asked to me because it wasn't a being question. A being question I can answer because there's no question about it. It is what it is. Everything else, all these concepts and everything else, we can have questions about it. I really don't understand it. So I try to stay away from it and just deal with the being. So this morning, I was drinking my water, clearing my mind, and realizing how lucky, not how lucky, how fortunate I am to be, how fortunate we are to be alive in these times. It's funny, I used to wake up at 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock here in Cleveland, so my alarm still goes off. But I'm up way before that now. Way before that. I forgot what I was saying, but how fortunate we are to be alive in these times, because we have all of these great minds. Austin Simrell was at Vape Church yesterday, and everybody knows one of my favorite devices is the Simrell. So much thought and consideration and so much being and presence had to go in. The gentleman that made this device could not have made this device if he wasn't present. I got a lightweight glimpse of his presence yesterday. I guess he was working on some kind of new device or something it was. Like I said, I don't know. I don't keep up with what's going on out here. I don't really follow the rules. I don't know the rules. I've spent the last few years dying. So I didn't have to die, if that makes sense to you. I've spent a lot of time in this basement with no signal coming in, trying to scrub, you know, all of that, trying to scrub off all of that programming, you know, that I was given. I'm an MTV baby, so I was there the first day MTV was on. I was there watching, and I watched up until maybe 15 years ago, 15, maybe 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago now. I stopped watching TV about 01. You know, every once in a while, I still like to get out the box set of Seinfeld. You know, I still like to get out, you know, my Matrix movies and all of those things that I like. Those are my favorite things. What I'm finding now is that I only watch movies that I have seen before, because I don't have to disturb my presence in order for it to be on. Friday can be playing. I know every line. I don't have to be watching it. I know exactly what's going on. And it frees me up to do other things, and I'm still entertained. My physical form still gets entertainment. My mind is still getting the entertainment that it craves, but my being does not have to be stuck on a couch staring at this box with a light in it. That just you know, I can't do that. I have to be, you know, if you ask my wife, you know, she'll put a movie on before the credits are done. I'm up doing 5 other things. I'm still watching the movie, but maybe not 5 other things, but you know, I'm practicing my presence. I'm doing, you know, multiple things. The movie isn't sucking me into the fact where I'm a couch potato. I don't like that. I also don't like weed that makes me a couch potato. So anyway, yeah, so a few of my favorite things. You know, if you could imagine, I'm not going to add no music to this, but, you know, that song, these are a few of my favorite things. The Simrel. Just because of its, the ease of use, the portability, the concealability, especially for doing dabs. I don't really run any flour out of this. It's strictly dabs. So got my Dynacoil in there. You can see that. One of my favorite things. I like the Dynavap through water. So the MJ Arsenal has become one of my favorite things. I really like the, where is it? What's up here? I really like the Pulsar and the Shatterizer. You know, I had to take these 2 devices. This is the atomizer for the Shatterizer, and the top to this is the atomizer and the quartz bowl for the Apex Volt. Well, I broke the glass for the Shatterizer, but I like the concealability. So we can get this off of here. So I can load a dab up in that. It's in my hand. You don't even know it's in my hand. Boom. See? Let's see. Show you exactly how I do it at work. And I get my fix right there. No, I do it outside at work. It's so cold, a couple seconds later, the oil is congealed or whatever the fuck it does when it thickens. Yeah. So the Shatterizer and the Apex Volt, as far as electric devices, are my devices of choice, and they're interchangeable. You know, you can do a dab tab on the pulsar. You can put the quartz bowl on the Shatterizer. I believe Shatterizer makes quartz bowls too, but I really like the quartz bowl that comes on the pulsar, the Apex Volt. Let's see if I can take this off so you can see. It's all encased, and the coils are underneath, so you see it when it heats up. And it heats up fast as hell. I mean, let's just go ahead and smoke that. Whew, that tastes delicious. With some shatter. Yeah, they're quartz bowls. They got a winner on their hands with this thing. I know I've showed this in other videos, but the quartz bowl sits on top. The heating element is underneath, and they are completely separate. And yeah, it works just like any of my other glass pieces. It's pretty dope. Slowly becoming one of my favorites, and I'm assuming I'm just late. You guys probably already know all about these and have been on them and don't mess with them no more. I really, like I say, I don't smoke a whole bunch of flower, but I do like to take these king palms and mix up, you know, some keef and some trees and some distillate and some dabs, and you know, get a nice slow burning blunt. I don't do tobacco products anymore. So when I found out these were, I don't really know what they are. I believe they're some kind of palm leaf, and they have corn husk filters. And it's dope. They come with the filling tool, you know, every pack, even if you just get a 2-pack, comes with a filling tool in there. And just like a raw cone, but it's, you know, I stopped doing, ever since I quit smoking cigarettes, I can taste a whole lot better. So as far as like blunts and backwoods and papers, even the raw papers, the organic, I can taste them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to taste nothing. That's why I use quartz glass. The only thing I want to taste is, you know, my dab or my trees or whatever. But these palms, ironically, have no flavor. You know what I'm saying? So when you hit it, it's kind of weird. When you hit it, I don't usually smoke on camera, but... and they smoke like cigars. Yeah. I think it's just a palm leaf. But I think I'm about to be dumb high here in a minute. We got to get in touch with our being, you know, as people more. Then there'll be less questions. Not that there's anything wrong with questioning. You should ask a whole bunch of questions. You know, as in this, you know, we try to be fake religious in this society, I think. Because our society is based on science, not religion. When you go to a Muslim household, there's no questions about that book. It is what it is, and that's it. Ain't no questions. in Christian households, there's always a question. Well, why is God? Why would God do this? Why would God do that? You know, I'm probably sure a lot of you were raised in homes where asking questions was shunned. I was allowed to ask questions and be curious and take shit apart and put it back together, all without ridicule. And that's kind of what saved me, was the fact that my people let me do that, you know. They left me with an open mind. So when I heard about being present, I didn't, you know, I just wanted to experience it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Most things I just want to experience. I'll come to your little, you know, seance or whatever you have, and I'll buy some incense. I'll, you know, take part. But ultimately, I'm going back to be present. You know what I'm saying? I can enjoy out here with y'all without living out here with y'all and experiencing the pain that y'all experience. I've already been there. Shit ain't no fun. You know, the pain. That's funny, I just bet you paid. I don't really experience that no more, emotional or physical. I mean, I get aches and pains in my joints, but there's a certain level of acceptance in that pain now. Once you realize that when you start meditating and you focus on the inside of you and you start to ask these questions while you meditating, how do I know that I have hands? You know, with your eyes closed and not moving them. It's because you can feel the energy that runs through them. That's your being. You know what I'm saying? And you start to feel the form that you are in. All of that is just awareness. It's just an awareness. All it is awareness. And as you become more and more aware, you can move deeper and deeper within yourself. And you can be aware that that's all you are, is awareness. You can become aware of your awareness. And once you do that, tomorrow kind of fades off. The past, you stop thinking about it because it no longer serves you. And you just start dealing with right now. And that's where joy comes from, is right now. I used to be a miserable prick. Ask anybody that know me. Depressed, short-tempered. You would have a hard time moving me now, especially with some words. You know what I'm saying? You had to do something to my family in order for me to, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't really do anything. That's what makes me the protector. Is because you can't kill me. There's nothing anybody out there can do to me. I've already died. I sat in this basement, and that man that was depressed, that man that was always had a feeling of lack, he died. He ain't here no more. And those of you who are Christians, they talk about that in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You have to die here so that when we enter what is called death, but it was really just a transformation from one form to the next. You've already experienced it. You had one life inside your mother. That was 9 months. You don't remember that shit. And when you move on to your next life, whether you had 9 months on this earth, or 9 years, or 90 years, or 190 years, you ain't gonna remember it in your next form. You gonna catch glimpses and little whiffs of, what used to be. And if you really tuned in, you'll know, just like how you know now when something happens that has to do with a different life. It's interesting, somebody commented on a video of mine, I don't remember which video, but they asked me if I saw the concurrent smoke when I was smoking. There was a kind of like a form next to me that was inhaling the same time I was. And it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm plugged in, I'm connected. So people, different forms, I'm easy to contact. I ain't hard to find. I'm not hard for a spirit to find. I'm not hard for one of y'all to find me. I ain't hard to find because I don't hide. I ain't got no reason to hide. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, if people hide, you hide because you're scared of something. I'm kind of wish I was scared of something. You know what I'm saying? But once again, I have accepted the fact that, that there's no fear here, because I sat down in this basement and died already. I'm gonna come back and do a video maybe this evening. I get off 6:20 now. I get off at I believe 6 or maybe 3. Maybe I'll sneak out early. But I'm gonna come back and do another video, smoke with y'all, maybe smoke another King Palm. I kind of enjoyed that. Ooh, still smoking. All right, Turk Tech, peace. Y'all have a good day. Tell somebody to free Max B immediately.